pleasure to welcome Dr. Deepak, a renowned professor of Electronics and Telecommunication branch at OP Jindal University, Raigad. He's been into teaching for the past 20 years, and he has been guiding students to live a focused life so that they can achieve more success in their life. And he himself believes in this philosophy that being focused, you can achieve great success. And he does the same for his learning and growth. So today's book review is on the book name is Deep Work. And this book suggests to us how we can live a focused life in this distracted world. And this book also tells us about how we can cultivate a habit of being highly focused so that and create an environment that support us for being focused. So Deepak sir would be giving more light on this. Welcome, sir. We are
Thank you,
eager
ma'am.
to listen to you.
Yeah. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you, audience, viewers. So, as I'm being an electronics engineer and teaching in the engineering college university, apart from my technical knowledge, I have to sometimes give this kind of knowledge to our students also, because this thing also help them to achieve more in their professional life. So that is the ultimate aim. So I'm starting my presentation for this. So I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, yeah. So good evening, everyone. So this is the book review of the title name of the book is The Deep Work. Author is Cal Newport. Cal Newport is basically a professor of computer science and engineering. He has done his postdoc from MIT, and during his research work only he has produced this book, writing this book, as well as his own technical paper and journals he has published during the same duration. Okay. So based upon his research work of this psychology and this self-help motivating book, uh, so we are going into this book in detail, and we will find out what the book is says. In the very first thing I will tell you, uh, I have read many books or many biographies or many listened many podcasts. I think this is one of the highly recommended book that every reviewers are saying. The podcaster is saying this. Okay, so now I'm starting my presentation for the book. Okay, so the book is basically the book name is Deep Work. The overall presentation is surrounding as mastering a deep work, a path to professional excellence, discovering how to cultivate focused concentration that can transform your productivity, enhance your skill, and bring greater meaning to your professional life. So, the very first thing question comes in your mind, what is deep work? So, before understanding the deep work, we should understand the shallow work. What is shallow work? Shallow work, which is necessary but not transformative, which do not require your constant focused attention. Something like you are doing not a single task in place of you are doing multiple tasks at the same time. Maybe you are writing your budget of this month in your notepad or in diary. At the same time, you are listening the song. In between, you are getting some WhatsApp messages, or maybe you're discussing with your husband or spouse or your children or something like this. Or it's something like brushing your teeth. It's something like combing your hairs. For those things, these things are necessary, but does not require your attentions, does not require willpower. Okay, so that is a shallow work. The problem with the shallow work, it is necessary, but it will not produce something, a valuable thing out of it. Okay, so that is the shallow work. What is deep work? Deep work is which will produce some valuable object or valuable creation out of it. And to get the valuable creation of it, what you require? You require a state of distraction-free concentration that pushes your mental ability to their maximum limit. This kind of efforts will provide you a value, improve your skill, and based upon that skill, you can produce a new uh, output. And this thing, this skill is yours. Nobody else can replicate those tasks, those skills. That is your skill. Okay. Somebody else can write the budget thing. Somebody else can do WhatsApp the message or something else. But the skill what you learn, that is to only yours. Okay. So that is the deep work. So art of deep work is practicing the focused, concentrated work on something, particular task. Now the author, the Newports, why he first in first chapter he discussed more about why it is very necessary. We are living in this hyper connected world where we are connected by so many mediums, maybe instant messaging like WhatsApp, Facebook, social media like Instagram, okay, YouTube, and so many other things. In this kind of connected world, the getting the concentration and fulfilling a particular task is very difficult or very rare skill. This comes into the very rare skill that people are getting distraction free task to perform. Okay, based upon due to several different problems. And he also says that not only the getting the skill of the focused work or focused concentration for particular task, he says that it is rare as well as it is valuable in this modern world also. In this modern world, to get the new skill, to solve the complex problems, to acquire the new hard to rapid changing skills, or produce the high skill. See, the author says, if you do the deep work, practice the deep work, you can learn the new skills. If you can learn the new skill, but if you do not produce something, the skill is not fruitful. So you have to produce something out of it also, then only this skill is valuable. And all those things are required, the art of deep work. Deep work, focus, uh, distraction-free concentration to a particular task for a long amount of time. That is called deep work. Okay. So, author discuss first he says why it is valuable, why it is rare. And other than that, he says some core philosophies against for it. What is this thing? He says in this world, there are 2-3 methods by which you will definitely gain or achieve out of it. One is economical imperative. What is economical imperative? It is nothing like the materialistic world, what we say, or uh, personal growth. He says by doing the mastering the deep work, you can achieve excellence, personal excellence in professional or personal life. You will be able to solve the complex problem that will be ultimately help you in the company, in the particular job, in the particular places you are working there. And if you perform well, the company or other your related boss, you will get hike, you will get good promotions, and ultimately this is your personal growth. He says another aspect of getting the practicing the deep work is the psychological fulfillment. What the psychological fulfillment is, you, you might have observed this, ma'am. If we perform a small task, a different task in a day, at the end of the day we think that we have done lots of things and we are highly tired. But author says, and we also have felt that if you perform a particular task for very long time without any distractions, you will feel sense of achievement. You will go to the flow state. Okay, in the same task, if you are going 2 3 hours, you are in the same zone. Just like when you read a novel, a very, if you like a murder mystery, and if you are reading the novel, you will be in the same zone for 2 3 hours. Okay, on that thing, you will never get fatigueness or tiredness. You will enjoy the process, the flow. Okay, so he says psychologically you something, it will be your skill, personal trait that will improve your overall emphasis, your skill, personally, your skill. Okay, so that is the thing. Now, एक second. See, this is the problem. I should have done the uh, flight mode. Okay, so now we have understood the part of what is deep work, what is shallow work. The author, while discussing these things, he also discussed some other points, just like he says uh, why you should go for deep work. That is, when we switch the task from one task to another task, our attention is distracted from one task to another one, and there comes the concept of attention residual. When you are finished, you are working one particular task, and suddenly if you are going to switch to some another task, the thought of the previous task will be there in your mind for some time. That is called residual task. Okay, so that's why he says do the single task at a time. He does not, and many other author also says we should not go for multitasking. Multitasking is a myth. That is another concept by this. So now the thing comes, you understood the deep work and shallow work. Now, how to do this? The things comes what to do and how to do. These are the two questions. First, the author describe what to do. अब क्या कर सकते हैं to get the deep work? So there is deep work philosophy. What to do? First approach, he says there are four philosophy the Newport presents. The first one is monastic approach. To find out, to do the deep work, what you can do, that a person should exclude all other distraction in their life, will only focus on the one task in their entire life or entire time. Many Nobel awardees, generally this is generally or award winning authors having that kind of habit. They do not go to the meetings, they do not go to the parties, they just focus upon their work. Okay, so that is like the whole life they have dedicated for one task. That is called monastic approach, excluding yourself for extended period of time for solely dedicated to one work. Okay, it is very tough. The author says, Newport says, it is very tough and very few people can do this in this world. But there are people like that. He says there is another method of doing this, that is bimodal method. In the bimodal, what to do? you can do like you can alternate between distinctive blocks of deep work and the period of shallow work or leisure activities. He does not say in a day. He says he has given some examples like there was one faculty. He used to teach in particular semester. He used to teach all his subjects to the students. And another semester, he does not teach any subject. He focused totally on his research work. On that semester, his room is always closed. He will not be reachable. His email IDs are not accepting any mails. There is an auto reply coming on that he is out of station, something like this, out of office. And those semesters, he will be completely engaged upon his deep work or focused work. Another time, he is completely focused upon other activity, the shallow work. So that is called bimodal mode. But still, it is a very long period of time. So the even Cal Newport himself goes with the third methodology that is called rhythmic approach. What is the rhythmic approach? He says just decide a routine in a day or in a week. Like in each day, 6 to 7, I will read one book. When you read the book for 1 hour, 6 to 7, it's after that on the day in the calendar, you put a cross mark. Then do the same thing in the next day. Put another cross mark. If you do the same thing again and again daily, you will get a chain of cross mark in your calendar. And what he says, after 3 to 4 days, you just have to repeat and should not break your chain, okay, of the cross. Only your approach should be do not break the chain. So by that way, you are fixing the time period for my deep work and as well as for the other activities, leisure activities. So he says this is a much better way for in our current life. So we can maintain both the focus work and other leisure activities, which is required. This is another way of doing what to do. Third approach, if is very different, that is called generalistic approach. It is something whenever you feel urge to do it. Don't make a scheduled time. Okay, if you are feeling right now I have to do the focus work, I have to write something or I have to email, do it without any distraction. Then come back. So no fixed slot, no fixed timing, no fixed durations. Whenever you feel, do it and go and reverse back to your other work. So that is like a instantaneous approach. Okay, he says some people does like that. The only problem with the generalistic approach, it comes very rarely. People generally tend to go for the distracted world more a lot. Okay, so he always says rhythmic approach. So here we have discussed about what to do. Now he says how to do it. Okay, what to do? Okay, we can go for monistic approach or bimodal. How to do it? For this, the Cal Newport has produced rules. The very first rule, he says, work deeply. That means include a ritual or system by on a time block on which you put a completely distraction free work. No mobile, no internet, or depends upon whatever the task you are performing, there should not be any kind of distractions. That should be the first priority. So that is the work of work deeply. So avoid all kinds of distraction. And for that, he also says not only the distraction free environment, he also says setting the clear objective. After doing that task, what should be your objective? What you will gain out of it? That is more important. And make a routine of it. Okay. Second, he says embrace the boredom. So what is the problem of our brain is very tricky. The thing is when we say the when we perform something new task, a very focused task, our brain goes based to boredom, bore. And to complete the task, we require a willpower. The author says, the Newport says, willpower is not infinite. It is limited. Okay. So if you are doing the focus work, and if you are getting bored and you are trying to find out, you are trying to force the willpower and urge to get social media or some other distraction, he says, if you are again switching back again and again, if you are switching, if I'm getting bored, I should see this and I should see that, your brain will rewire something like this. And by repeated distractions will rewire your brain, and that will ultimately change the whole neuron system in our brain. And after that, some period of time, it will be very difficult to get the focus concentration. You might have seen many people, if you will just say them, please sit here for 5 minutes, keep quiet, they will become very anxious because they have never practiced something like this. They feel anxiety. Okay, I cannot keep quiet for 5 minutes. It is very difficult for them because they have never trained their brain. So author says, train your brain for boredom. Do not change your focus from one task to another task. If you are getting bored, no problem, but do it with a particular time period. Third, either this world is very important, the connected world is very important, but he completely says, quit social media. If you really want to do the deep work, practice the deep work, he says, he gives so many examples like open space office, instant messaging like WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram, or engaging social media. Logically, this all this technology come came for increasing the productivity of a person or office or environment. But the overall impact what we are getting, the totally opposite. Because the use of the social media, the effect is opposite, and the it creating more distractions, and it is reducing the output. It is not increasing the output, it is reducing the output. So he says, reduce or quit social media if you really want to achieve something in your life. Fourth, he says, drain the silos. What the silos? The task which does not require your mental ability or constant focus. He says, minimize the silo work. Try to batch all silo works in one particular domain and finish the task. Like he says, generally what the people does, ma'am, they decide, okay, 3 to 4 I will do this, 4 to 5 I will do that. So they design the focus task. Author Newport says, do not design that focus task. Design the when I will do the laser work, and when I will be stress free, when I will be distracted. So decide that time block. Okay, 4 to 5:30, 4 to 5 I will do. I will scroll my all reels. I will see YouTube and finish. Limit those shallow work for in a day. Like, okay, in a day I will only do for 30 minutes social media, 30 minutes, that's it, no more than that. Okay, so by that way you have to limit your shallow task. Okay, the task which does not require your focused attentions. Even if may possible, combine the task. If you are going to market, try to cover the so many things. Make a list in the first before going outside your home. May prepare a list what tasks you have to perform. If you have to go for the laundry, if you go to the supermarket, if you go for vegetable, if you go to grocery, make a loop and finish the task in one shot. Do not go again and again and again. Okay, so that because that will break your concentration a lot. So this is how to do that. Now, where and what to do? He says, कैसे करना है, ये भी आपने समझ गया, क्या करना था समझ गए, कैसे करना है, अब उसको परफॉर्म कैसे करेंगे. परफॉर्म करने का तरीका, दैट इज शेड्यूलिंग, strategic schedule, make a time block, and time block should not be negotiable. If I want to read for 4 to 5, then I have to read 4 to 5, that's it. Then to create a habit, you should do the ritual process. Like You fix the time, you fix the place. Okay, after doing this at this place, I will read this, I will do that. So that is called ritualizations. So whatever you are having one particular habit, attach new habit along with it. So by that way, you will complete the new habit. Okay. Then whatever task you are performing, make a clear goal before starting the task. If you are reading a novel or reading a book, if you are reading the 30 pages, it's good, no problem. But when you see after 1 hour or after your time block of 2 hours, you should understand okay, what I have read in after this 2 hours. Make a summary, make a some short notes. Okay, I read this, I got this learning. So that will create your help. And he also says, cut down the time amount what you are planning. If you are planning for 2 hours, reduce by half. Then also your focus will increase. Okay, if you are thinking that I will cover this task in 2 hours, reduce by half, I will cover by 1 hour. And it is non-negotiable. And let's after some time you will see you will be able to achieve the task in 1 hour also, which you felt that I cannot finish in 2 days, but you could have finished now this in 1 hour. And definitely the identity integration means that is like your professional identity should increase and you should work collaboratively for this. That is the overall purpose of identity integration. Internalizing deep work as a fundamental aspect of your professional identity means ultimately cultivating this habit. Newport says, the tip he says, do not think for the whole day. He says, just try for 3 hours in a day, or maybe 5 hours, 5 days a week. No, for 7 days, 5 days a week, 3 hours per day. That is more than enough to get any kind of progress in your life. Whatever skill you want, you can perform. If you do all these activities like what to do, how to do, and where and which place you want to do, by reading this deep work, the Newport says you will achieve the ultimately the success in your life. You will achieve the mastery in your particular skill. Whatever you want to learn, the new thing, a new task that you can achieve. Learning the skill not is not sufficient. You have to produce the output. By going with the practicing the deep work, you can produce the allied output. By producing the allied output, when you are in the flow state, you will never feel tired or will never feel stress. You will always enjoy. When you create something, you will always enjoy. And this enjoy will reduce your stress, or increase your productivity, job satisfaction. That is the last part, that is called job satisfactions. And you will ultimately get the success in your entire area of your life. You can apply this concept to any profession. In the book, the Cal Newport has included persons or examples from biomedical or scientist or author or writer or industrialist, capitalist, or maybe Bill Gates, John Dorsey, the Carl Nugent. So he has given so many different examples and he has discussed a lot. All those people are successful because they have practiced the art of deep work in their life. And that's why they are able to produce that thing which is very valuable in this present world. So this is all about this deep work book. I think we all should work according to it. We should plan our work, daily activity, and may also measure the thing output in 1 week or 1 month, and you will definitely achieve that you are getting the success and you are getting the different kind of outputs what we have not achieved earlier. So this is from my side. So
Very
thank you,
well
ma'am.
explained. Thank you, Deepak sir. Very interesting book and so much of learnings or in books ka learnings ko the more we implement it in our life, we
Yes,
will see the marked changes in our life. And it is applicable
definitely.
to any and every field. आप किसी भी
Any and
फील्ड
every
में
field.
yes, you can
Yes,
apply this thing or you'll see a marked change.
yes. One line I want to definitely use quote here from the book. I miss actually. Nowadays, we say I'm busy. I'm very much busy. I don't
Yes,
have work. Okay. The author says busyness does not mean you are productive.
very true, very true.
Huh? So we have to come out of this excuse. I am busy. Sorry, I'm not able to do this. No,
Ah,
you are skilled, but if you do not produce something, it's
yes,
no use.
actually,
So,
actually.
uh,
मतलब
so we cultivate
people
this
who
habit.
are saying that they are busy, they are not able to manage their time properly, actually.
Yes, they are not able to manage their time properly.
Yeah,
They are busy. Even apart from the like a call center where the definitely instant message reply is important. He says for any other work, instant messaging, instant email reply is not required. Even
yes,
the Facebook updates and so many. But we
mm,
are tend to so much distracted that whenever we get message, we instant want to reply it.
yes, very true.
Not require. And the person also not thinking that he will get reply instantly. But
Oh,
just like he just like he says, this kind of technology was to help the productivity, but actually it is doing the opposite. So that is the irony of it.
yes, and he has
So
so beautifully said ki what is deep work, what is shallow work, how you can do it, how you have to proceed in it, और किस तरीके से you can focus for 5 days, only 1 hour or 2 hours,
yes,
and that is very beautifully said that plan your distracted time first,
that is very
so
important.
so that you have clarity that you have this
So,
time. Jैसे in office we have our lunch time na, so in the lunch time we go
yes.
and have our food. In the same way
Hmm.
he plans his distracted period. This is the time you watch your social media, you watch everything what your heart desires.
I just want to give an example. One of my student, he's preparing for the GATE exam.
Hmm.
He was thinking that, sir, I'm not able to prepare the exam for GATE because in my home, we have some business. So Papa sometimes called me, generally in the afternoon, and he gave me some task. Okay, bring that one or this one. So because of that, I get distracted a lot. So I'm thinking that I will rent it out somewhere else and I will do my complete preparation for the GATE. I was reading on that book on the same time. I told, why you are thinking that you are getting distracted. You are thinking that you are doing the focus task, and on that time when your father is calling you, you are getting distracted. I am saying you plan for that task, na? If you know that lunchtime he will call me, so you plan, okay, 1 to 2 hours, okay, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I will not read.
Oh,
If Papa will call me, I will watch movie, I will take my dinner, lunch, whatsoever. So you plan your work there
yes,
on that time. If he calls or not does not matter. Other time you will automatically you have to work.
yes, yes.
Then he realized, yes sir, I can plan that. In spite of
Mm.
planning, I will read that. Before that I will read, 9 to
हाँ
10 to 10 to 11. No, I will read every way time. On that time I will not read, so I will not be distracted because anyhow he's free.
हाँ
Anyhow he's free. No?
हाँ
So he will not feel that pain. Arey, I was reading and he has called me and I have to go outside. I decided my time.
yeah
Even he has grandparents. I told him sit for 1 hour or half an hour with them also.
हाँ
In spite of they are calling you in abruptly, you
हाँ
decide okay 4 to 5:30 I will come to you and I will sit with you.
हाँ. So even they are prepared, whatever they want to
Yes,
talk, and even
yes,
he's prepared. And the same thing applies to us also. If
true.
our friends are calling at random time, we can very well say that this is our free time. I would love if you will call me at this time.
Yes, I can give the focus attention to you.
Yes, yes.
That's true. That's
Though
true.
even I
Yeah,
also love talking, but since I have some other commitments, I'm not able to do that. So thank you so
definitely.
much, Deepak sir. It was a
Thank you, ma'am.
very beautiful session, and I hope each and every subscriber and the person who views this would be benefited. And please apply the learnings of this book into your life and see the difference.
Yes,
Because
definitely. Definitely.
when we implement those things, then only the transformation occurs for us.
Yes, yes.
Thank you
True,
so
true.
much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.